imperialism of British East India Company in India. There was competition among the European countries for acquiring trade monopoly in India. The British established the British East India Company in 1680 AD to carry out trade in India. This company took permission from Emperor Jahangir and established its factory in Surat. The trade between India and England was carried out through this company. Okay, imperialism of British East India Company in India. There was a race to acquire trade monopoly in India among many European nations, and the British established the British East India Company. Which company? The British East India Company. And what is the objective of that company? Its objective was to trade with the India and other Asian country. Okay, this is the objective of that company, to trade. Trade means business relations. That means to business with the India and other Asian country. The company took permission for Emperor Jahangir and established their factory where? At Surat. Okay. Now we see the struggle between English and French. England and France were rivals in the competition for trade in India. England and France, there is in between them there is a competition for trade in India. Due to this, there were 3 wars fought between them. Which how many wars? 3 wars, which are known as Carnatic Wars. In the Third Carnatic War, England finally defeated France. Therefore, now there was no strong European competitor for British East India Company. The England defeated France. That's why there is no competitor in European for British East India Company. Okay. Foundation of rule of India Company in Bengal. The Bengal province was one of the most prosperous provinces in India. In 1756 AD, Siraj-ud-Dawla became the Nawab of Bengal. East India Company officers misused the trade concession obtained from Mughal emperor in the Bengal province. The English built fortification around the factory at Kolkata without the permission of the Nawab. Hence, Siraj-ud-Dawla captured the factory at Kolkata. This created discontent in England. Robert Clive diplomatically bribed Mir Jafar, the commander-in-chief of the Nawab army, and also promised to make him the Nawab of Bengal. Nawab Siraj-ud-Dawla and the British troops met at Plassey in the 1757 AD, but under the leadership of Mir Jafar, the Nawab's army made no move to actually join the battle, and hence Siraj-ud-Dawla was defeated. I will explain this. The officer of the company misused the trade concession and carried out the fortification of the factory at Kolkata without obtaining the permission of Siraj-ud-Dawla and the Nawab of Bengal. Who is the Nawab of Bengal first? Siraj-ud-Dawla. And the officer, what they do? They misuse the trade concession and carried out the fortification of factory without any permission of Nawab. Siraj-ud-Dawla captured the factory at Kolkata. Siraj-ud-Dawla captured the factory Kolkata. This created this discontent in England, leading to the Battle of Plassey in 1757 AD. Robert Clive diplomatically bribed the Mir Jafar, the commander of Nawab's army. Who is the commander of Nawab army? Mir Jafar. He promised Mir Jafar to make him Nawab of Bengal. Then what happened there? The Mir Jafar remained inactive during this war. So the British won the battle by treachery and decide. The Mir Jafar became Nawab of Bengal with the British support. This is, we say, Battle of Plassey. What is this? The Battle of Plassey. You know, we say that in Marathi, Plassey chi ladai. Okay. Now Mir Jafar become the Nawab of Bengal. Mir Jafar became the Nawab of Bengal with the support of British. But later he started protesting against the British, and hence his son-in-law Mir Qasim was made the Nawab. And then after Mir Jafar, the Mir Qasim was made the Nawab. Mir Qasim tried to put restriction on the illegal trade of British. Mir Qasim tried to put the restriction. He was against on the illegal trade of British. Hence, once again, Mir Jafar was made the Nawab of Bengal. Hence, then again, the Mir Jafar became Nawab of Bengal. Okay, Mir Qasim. First, Mir Jafar became Nawab of Bengal with the support of British. But after that, he started the protesting against the British. That's why his son-in-law, who is Mir Qasim, he was made the Nawab. But the Mir Qasim was against the restriction. He tried to put the restriction on the illegal trade. He don't like that illegal trade. So illegal trade of British. So once again Mir Jafar was made the Nawab of Bengal. Okay, the district of the activities of British in Bengal. Mir Qasim Shahjaud to restrict the activities of British in Bengal, Mir Qasim Shahjaud, the Nawab of Ayodhya, and the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam formed an alliance and ran campaign. In 1764 AD, Battle of Buxar was fought in Bihar. The Battle of Buxar was fought in Bihar. It is main point. After this battle, British East India Company got the right to collect the revenue from Bengal province as per the Treaty of Allahabad. In this manner, the foundation of British rule in India was laid in Bengal. When Mir Jafar opposed the British, he was replaced by his son-in-law, Mir Qasim. And the British brought back Mir Jafar when Mir Qasim tried to check their illegal trade. Okay, and Mir Qasim, along with the Shahjaud, the Nawab of Ayodhya, and the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam formed an alliance and undertook a joint campaign to restrain the British. This led to the Battle of Buxar in 1764. The British won the battle, and by the Treaty of Allahabad, they secured the right to collect the revenue in Bengal. It led to the foundation of British rule India. Here we complete British-French struggle. Here we complete the struggle between English and French. Okay.